Pep Guardiola has come out with some very interesting comments after the Super Cup win. Obviously, he was not very happy about the fact that Kevin De Bruyne suffered a long-term injury, which is going to keep him out for the rest of the year. He was talking about how there's so many games that are being played, and so a lot of players are picking up ACL injuries. There's not enough time in pre-season for players to prepare. Like the pre-season trainings are so short, and hence there's more injuries happening. And the fact is that the players are just playing too many games at the moment, and that nothing will change unless the players protest for it. He was also talking about the pre-season tours and all of that. Now, I completely agree with 90% of what Pep Guardiola has said. I think it definitely is a lot of games that are happening. I mean, the fact is that the World Cup is going to be expanded in 3 years to 48 teams are going to play a bunch of games more. They want to have a Club World Cup starting soon as well. Again, that's going to add more games. Obviously, with there was a whole fiasco about the injury time that is being added. That's increasing minutes on the field as well. So I can, and of course, the Champions League will also be expanded as well, and that's going to add more games as well. So I can see Guardiola's frustrations around this. I can understand it, and to be fair, a lot of the injuries that are happening are fitness related. The fact is that a lot of players are, probably not that. I mean, we had a never-ending season of 2022, 2023, where it just seemed like the games kept coming and coming and coming and coming, and it never ended. And finally it did, and then suddenly after that, a month later, the new season has started. So you can kind of understand the frustrations of the managers, of the players, that they're playing so many games and therefore there are many more injuries. And so I completely agree that needs to change, and maybe the players need to take a stand and go, we're not going to play in these games. Do whatever you want, go and send the reserve team, right? I think that needs to happen, and hopefully the players union will talk about that at some point. Maybe there are things like breach of contracts and stuff. I don't think it's as simple as players saying that we're not going to play. I think it needs to be an effort from the players and the clubs where the players say we're not going to play, and the clubs go, fine, we won't sanction you if you say that you won't play. And then I think UEFA or somebody or FIFA will have to then kind of intervene and go, right, what's going on? Because if the players just say that, then FIFA or UEFA can put pressure on the clubs to go sanction them. But if the players and the clubs take a stand together, then I think things can change. But I said I agree with 90% of things, because there's one thing that he said that didn't really sit when he said about pre-season that players are going to Japan, going to the US. That's coming from the clubs, right? I mean, that's not coming from UEFA. Doesn't mandate you to go to the States or to go to Japan. That's the clubs do that for the marketing reasons. So if you're so worried about it, don't do it, right? Pep I think has enough power to go and tell Saudi to tell Manchester City or Abu Dhabi that don't send me to Japan, don't send this team to Japan, don't send us to the States. Let us play in England, let's play in Europe. He can do that, right? So I mean that's a little bit of a hypocrisy thing. 90% of what he said completely true. The preseason thing is on the clubs, not on the governing bodies. So that has to be taken by the clubs. And again, if the clubs and players work together and maybe not have preseason tours of US or Japan every year, maybe they do it once every 4 years, that will do an overseas tour, or once every 2 years, maybe that will help. So something that the clubs can do as well. Anyway, share your thoughts, smash a like, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.